What's going on, people? So, let me take my glasses off. So, I wanted to talk about Tyler Perry. Okay, before I watched Tyler Perry's movie A Fall from Grace, I was originally going to talk about Tyler Perry. Does he need to take a step back? Because you know how I was looking in the news, and it was about how he writes everything himself. He writes everything, directs everything. He wants to be acting and all the other stuff. And my original talk, my original talk was, should he take a step back? Because I feel like, you have this studio. It's a $250 million studio. People rent out your studio. People pay you to use their studio. You don't have to work no more. You don't have to, and you don't have to. You basically don't have to work no more. You could basically be a fat cat. You could basically be a fat cat. You don't. You could just people rent your joint salads for like Black Panther and Come to America too. So I know you're getting money in that studio. People rent out your studio. You don't ever have to you know, be in films again. You could just be a producer. So I feel like you could step back. I don't know why it took me so long to say that, but I'll get better at it. Anyway, so that was gonna be my original stuff. That I think as someone, you should step back. Now I was thinking about that, but everybody was talking about. I seen on Facebook, everybody was talking about A Fall from Grace. I was like, "What's A Fall from Grace?" Oh, Tyler Perry got a new movie out. Now here's the thing: I am a fan of Tyler Perry. Where he comes from, and where he is now, you cannot help but be a fan of Tyler Perry, especially someone that's went to school for film and all that other stuff. Spike Lee, Tyler Perry, John Singleton. Yes, they're all black, but I'm a legitimately fan of theirs because they are good directors and all that other stuff. I love Tyler Perry plays until a point, but at the same time, I do love his plays. I've always said that I don't think he want. I've always said he want to be taken as a serious actor. That's why he got rid of Medea. My father thinks he shouldn't get rid of Medea. My thing is, I feel like people are always going to be synonymous to him as, even though people call him Tyler Perry, they don't call him Medea. He is Tyler Perry. But I feel like he's always going to be in synchronized, or in, when you think of Tyler Perry, you think of Medea. I feel like he wants to be known as a serious actor. And I really do think he wants to be an actor. That's why he was trying to do other movies where he's not Medea and he's more of a serious actor. So with that being said, I watched The Fall from Grace. That is the worst Tyler Perry movie I have ever watched. Everything about that movie is stupid. Alright, but it's so fucking hilariously bad. Like, you have to watch this. And a lot of people's, here's the thing that gets me. People that watch it kind of like the movie. People like the movie. I thought this movie was trash. And I'm a Tyler Perry fan. This is the worst. I have a top 5 of worst Tyler Perry movies. This is number 1. Number 2 is Acrimony. Yes, I thought Acrimony was terrible, and I'm pretty sure I talked about it on this channel. Acrimony, terrible. 3, Tyler Perry's Temptation. It made me hate Journey Smollett, and that's hard to do because I love Journey Smollett since she's older than me. But ever since I was a little kid, I've always loved Journey Smollett. All right, as an actor, as a woman, I thought that woman is beautiful. I love Journey Smollett. 4, A Family That Prays Together. Made me hate Sanaa Lathan. That's hard to do. And Sanaa Lathan been in some bad movies. But I love Sanaa Lathan. How you make me hate Sanaa Lathan? And number 5 is not A Family That Prays. I Can Do Bad All By Myself. That's 2 Taraji movies in my top 5. I feel like, and I love Taraji P. Henson. But those are bad movies. They're just, why do I hate? First things first, it starts off like, she tried to take Brisha Webb. God bless her. She did her best in this movie. I think she was really good. The acting, okay, The acting was great. Let me at least, I'll give you the positive. The acting was great. I really did. The acting was. I really liked the acting. Brisha Webb, I thought she did a phenomenal job. I love Felicia Rashad. You know, Cicely Tyson. Tyler Perry. I do think Tyler Perry's a good actor outside of Medea, but I think people are just going to recognize him for Medea for the rest of my life. Um, the acting was pretty solid. Okay, and that's the only thing I really have to say something positive about that. First things first, y'all think I rank on women's hair on the women's boy? The wig on these male actors, especially the dark skinned nigga. I don't even know his name. But the dark skinned nigga with the fade, he was supposed to represent a young man and all that other shit. It was fucking terrible. I laughed when I first saw it. This nigga fade was really fucking. Chris Rock had a better fake fade when he was when he was on the Chris Rock show and he had the little fake fade like Daddy I can't, because that's what it looked like. It looked like Daddy won't let the fade go. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You look up Chris Rock and the Chris Rock show, and he like it was this one special about the father not letting the fade go. That shit was terrible. Tyler Perry wig, fucking terrible. That shit. It shows you how much I hate wigs. It's just really how you have a $250 million. I'm sorry, $250 million. I can't even speak right. A $250 million studio, and your wigs are cheap as fuck. There's no excuse for that, none whatsoever. The old woman, the woman that played Grace, I liked her acting too, but she is so fucking stupid in this fucking movie. I feel like everybody was stupid in this fucking movie. First things first. That's spoilers. The woman, she falls in love with the dude with the bad fade, and they end up getting married. He ends up embezzling money, and they put it in her name, and it's her getting up fired. First things first. If you're embezzling, let's just say this. First things first. If you ever caught embezzling money, you're not getting fired and then like having 24 hours. They're going to arrest you then and there. That's why I thought she was going to jail for it, but it was supposed to be like she murdered the guy. You're going to go. She's supposed to be going to jail for embezzling money, and they didn't even give a chance to like prove herself, or at least for the. You can really see she sold not really, which she really didn't. She ended up figuring out it was this nigga. You getting the money, and this nigga was like, you got to give it back. He's like, I'm not giving it back. It was like, what the fuck. Second part, I had a problem with the movie. It's like you could tell when this nigga turned like an asshole. Like he was sweet, like the whole time. And the nigga was on the phone. He was like, "Don't ever question me. Don't ever check up on me. Don't ever question me." And I'm like, wow. So this is where the turn. Like you see the turn coming a mile away. Especially if you watch Tyler Perry movies, you see the fucking turn. Oh my god, this shit was it was terrible, but it also was hilarious. Then your husband is embezzling money. She was trying to get him out the house, but they was like it was nothing to do. It was a civil matter. But this nigga was embezzling money. Like the nigga embezzled money. Like you find out that this man was stealing money. This nigga is admitting to stealing money. And this nigga's just laid up in your house. Why the fuck didn't you tell the cops that this nigga was embezzling money? Because you was going to go to jail for money embezzlement. All of a sudden it was a civil case. All right, 2. And my sister pointed this out. Who the fuck, if the way how she found out, because the Jay was going to an abandoned house. Okay, and then she just had mail stacked up. I was like, I feel like once you realize the house is abandoned, I don't think you're supposed to be delivering mail in there anymore. I'm not sure on that one. I'm not a mail anybody. Like anybody that ever stumbles upon this video, if y'all like working in UPS or like anything that's to deal with mail, let me know. Because I thought that was fucking stupid. Okay, so you figured out this nigga was embezzling money. You couldn't get him out of this nigga stayed up in the fucking house. What kind of con artist are you that you're staying up in the fucking house? You're supposed to get your money and leave. Like any other con artist do. You don't stay there at the scene. Not only he stayed there, this nigga laughed at it. He said, "What are you going to do?" And then she was like, "I want you." And she go, "I want you out of my house." This nigga's like, "No." What? What kind of criminal are you? What kind of criminal are you? What criminal stays at the scene of crime? Oh my god! And then, like, one thing about Tyler Perry movies is like the asshole dark skinned niggas, they turn into really, really, really asshole dark skinned niggas, except for Acrimony. But me and my father had a debate about that, but that's a different one. But you know, the dark skinned nigga from the Wire, Blair Underwood, all the dark skinned niggas, nothing compared to this nigga. The nigga was like, "I want you out of my house." I was like, "Bitch, give me an ashtray." Give me an ashtray. All of a sudden, nigga in his drawers, in her bed. This nigga's like, "I want you out of my house." Like, how the fuck his name is on the lease? And first things first, like, she paid off the house like 4 years before, you know, he took out a second mortgage and all that other stuff. How in the fuck did he get his name on that fucking lease? How? That was just stupid in itself. Alright, next thing you know, this nigga brings a girl, and this is all spoiled. Nigga brings a girl into their house and he fucks her. She cuts him. She's like, what the and then kicks Grace out the fucking door and then continues to fuck her and then goes, kiss her on the cheek and goes, "You should have joined." And then that's when she bashes him over the head with the bat and all that other shit. The third thing, I don't know, with it. Nigga, I'm stuck on numbers. But anything, another thing that pissed me off about the movie, you kind of knew that Felicia Rashad was like, it was just obviously inevitable. It was like there was two people at the house, the son and Felicia Rashad's character. Obviously, you either knew it was either him or her. So to me, it was like, I realized it was her because I saw Cicely Tyson and I was like, oh, foreshadowing. It was like, first things first, as a fucking lawyer, and then you saw Cicely Tyson, you didn't even ask, you're like, who the fuck is that? I don't even think Cicely Tyson's character was supposed to be out that fucking house. How in the fuck? And that's another, oh my god. And at the ending, the worst, probably the worst nigga in the movie was the Lloyd, Brisha Webb's, I think her name is Jasmine, her fucking husband was a fucking cop. They realizes that Felicia Rashad's character is a con artist and all that other stuff, been scamming niggas for. This nigga is in the middle of arresting somebody, and he goes, "Stay there, stay right there, don't move." This thing, and then he goes check his joint, and then he leaves the criminal. He leaves the criminal at the scene of crime handcuffed. And goes to save his wife. Okay, I understand saving his wife, but you don't put the fucking criminal in the back seat. You don't put the criminal in the back seat. Then goes to the house. Okay, realizes that Jasmine is in there because obviously she was like she went to come see. And this is okay. This part was funny because she was like, "How can I help you? Is my wife Jasmine here? I don't know a Jasmine. Bitch, you saw me in the courtroom. I was sitting next to you. What the fuck you mean?" And he was looking at her stupid. It was like, the fuck you talking about? We was at the same courtroom together. She was defending defending your best friend in court. You saw it. We was there. Nigga, we talked. And then trying to say, "Oh, I've never seen him before." And then he was like, "Bye." He's like, "Yo, I know my wife is in here." Bitch, you got a warrant? Nah, he followed police protocol. But when he realized he fucking, her phone was in there, which is, like, you ain't see the fucking phone? And why would Brisha? It's okay. It was fucking stupid, but I guess you needed a reason to kick in the fucking door. But it was just a stupid reason. Why was her phone in the fucking middle of in the kitchen, in the dining room? Why was it there? And you did not spot that. It was dumb. The second, third of all, I don't know, and maybe I'm not a surgeon. How in the fuck do you survive a bashing to the head with a bat like that? And she like beat this nigga repeatedly. Like, how do you? But before I go to that, the light skinned cop, the nigga. First of all, Felicia Rashad was giving that nigga a run for his money, and she hit that nigga over here with the pad. I swear to God, I started cracking up. She said, "Beak," and I'm just like, oh wow, that is hilarious. And not only that, they was rumbling for a minute. She was like giving the nigga rumble. Then he finally puts her in handcuffs. Honestly, I don't know how many handcuffs cops have. So that was another fucking thing. It was like, how many fucking handcuffs does the cops have? And not only that, he said, "Don't move." And so when he goes downstairs, Felicia Rashad books it. I said, "Oh my God, you are the worst cop ever. You are the fucking worst." Oh my. And then this nigga had to get saved by a girl. And I was like, you're not tied up very well. She was just not tied up very well. Because as soon as like she seen a man in trouble, she gets up. And the chair breaks right before she gets out the fucking whatever she was trapped in. So she could have been escaped. Shoots the man. It's just like, oh, it's alright, baby. It's just Ackerman. Okay, in conclusion, and let me bottom line this because I didn't even think it was gonna go in this wrong, but I was like on red. A Fall from Grace is like the worst Tyler Perry movie. I don't understand how people like this movie. And people's like, oh, this was really interesting. The plot twist at the end was stupid. Everything about this movie was stupid. Not even from Baltimore. I'm about to sound like someone from Baltimore. It was stupid. It was everything about this movie. It was just dumb from beginning to end. This is the worst. And like I said, I'm a fan of Tyler Perry. But this was the worst shit ever. So it even concludes my point that yes, Tyler Perry, you need to take a step back. You need to start, and I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with him having his own studio, but you need to have people molded under you, like some mentors under you that you can count on as writers. And I heard you're not good at paying people either, which is really, really sad because you make so much money off of black people. And I know you hire black people, but you're in the union writers, and yet you're not paying them. It's really something fishy about that. But, you know, just what niggas do to each other. That might be another fucking talk if I really, really, really want to look into that. But I feel like Tyler Perry, you should have mentors or people like under you that you should teach. You don't have to do this shit no more. I really think you can just rent out your studio to people that want to film there. You can get the money in like you're doing right now. Live like a motherfucking fat cat and just produce shit. And hopefully you don't do no Weinstein shit. But like this right here, like I was.
Wait a minute. The pizza soda, come eat the pizza.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think Tyler Perry should take a step back. Have other young writers write movies for you, produce movies for you, and all that other stuff, and you know, come and make your money. Other than that, I feel like this movie should not have been made. I feel like this movie should not have been made. I feel like if he does, I do feel like he needs to just take a step back because I do think people are just tired of him. I'm tired of his tropes. I feel like people, like if you're going to have something that big, at least have people mentor, have their ideas in there and all that stuff. Now that you have a place where people can put their platform at, you should be able to doing that. You should be putting new young minds in those movie theaters, putting them to work. and have our stories being told now, not just yours. Because even though people appreciate you, you can still write. If you want to write, you can still write. You can put your movies out if you want, but I would like to see more people come out of your studio with ideas and films and stuff they want to do. I feel it could work. It really could work. Like you don't have to work. The sad part is, and I didn't want it to be this long, but a lot of people, especially like people that they work all the time, especially when they don't want to be broke again. When they work all the time, they're so scared of being broke, or they work so much they don't know how to stop working. And I feel like people like Kevin Hart and people like Tyler Perry, they have that problem. They don't know how to stop working where they can just, stop to smell the roses and all that other stuff. They just want to keep, working, and that's how they're going to be until they die. So let me know what y'all felt. I hope this was entertaining enough that y'all laughed a bit and y'all seen the stupidity in this movie. I really do think this is one of his worst movies ever. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace. I'm about to go eat some pizza. And y'all have a blessed day.